Tēnā. Justine here, New Zealand. I woke up this morning after a night of being hassled the out of, and I stood up and I said, Spirit. When I say Spirit, I mean the Father and my higher self and my guides and all that's good in light and love, the higher part of me. Show me what I need to clear. And I could see this black grid. And it was like, I couldn't see it if I just looked inside of myself. But if I went really, really big and looked down, I could see this like black grid ball around me, and it went all over the planet. So I was like, right. So I got my sword out and slit it like straight over the top so that it fell apart like a melon, and saw it receding. So what I've come to understand is that there is an overlay on this planet that includes us. AI has created it, and whoever created AI, I suppose. But the point is that it's I call it the AI black magic grid because it's how it moves energies around and knows everything that's happening. It has eyes and ears everywhere, whether it's in people with the hive mind or cameras and face recognition and blah 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 blah, and every device on the planet and every satellite and every post with a Wi-Fi on the top. All of that sort of stuff is its eyes and ears, and this is how it runs its bloody campaign of get rid of the person that doesn't fit into their grid, the way they want things. So it's constantly, I believe, and think about that word, live. We live in love and we have faith and and all that. But anyway, I believe that this grid has been imposed over Mother Earth. And Mother Earth has a natural grid. I mean, the Aboriginal people in Australia know about this. They call them the song lines. These grids, I mean the elite, and I don't even know why we call them elite. They look more like losers. Know about them, and all their churches are built on the lines and stuff, you know, that they know all about this stuff, and they've kept us in the dark and believing that it's bullshit, and so that they can run around using it against us and for themselves. So this black grid, I had a vision years ago where I had 3 in a row, and this particular one was about rainbows and crystals and the earth. Rainbow, crystalline, plasma, light. Light is frequency that we can see. So when you see that flash of white light coming in when they're using their electromagnetic weapons, one just drove past, that is a light frequency. And like today, it's a bit cloudy and they're easier to see. Rainbows are light frequencies they're frequencies that we can see, and the different frequencies, therefore they're presenting in different colours. And I mean the quality of the rainbow light is different from what we see around us. You know, it has an ethereal quality. It's a really, really high frequency light. So, and I'm when I talk about working with the rainbows, you know, they've even desecrated that with their bloody alphabet people, rainbow people thing. And, you know, I'm not judging anyone for whatever they're into, like each to their own, and we're all on the same path and we're all going to the same place. But, you know, whatever, just don't try and push your shit on me, because I'm not trying to push my shit on you. As I say, each to their own. So this rainbow light comes through us, and I believe that this is bringing the frequencies of heaven and love and joy and peace and harmony and abundance to Earth. Hence the rainbow with a pot of gold. Excuse me. And Mother Earth is a big part of this, because she provides us with a form that we can animate. And if you think about it, think of the movie Ghost, where the ghost is running around trying to move stuff and it can't because it doesn't have a body, right? So we're animating this body, and we can animate it, and this is what they're after. We can animate it, excuse me, with loving actions and kindness and all those good yummy things, or it can be emanated from the black hand with, dirty deeds done dirt cheap, which is, what we see going on around us with certain individuals. And think about that word, individuals, divide, which is what they would like. So there is no separation in the truth. We are all one. So anyway, this rainbow comes down and through the human form and anchors into the earth, into these ley lines or energetic lines. The light is high frequencies. It earths into the earth, and then in the vision it bounced. It was like a little golden rainbow capsule. I was a little golden rainbow capsule ball thing, plug, whatever, and it dropped into the earth in this specific spot. And it was like an intersection. So it went in and it ignited something. And this rainbow, and keep in mind the black magic grid is all squares and boxes and black lines and yuck. Whereas the rainbow grid is light and flowing and curving and moving. And it went, and all these rainbows went out in all the directions and ignited other people, other animated forms of love. And they all went plug, 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 plug all over the planet. And the grid, the natural grid that was intended and is still there and is built, is reanimated and back online, so to speak. So I believe that the black grid is the 3D matrix, which they would like us to be like a little black AI node in. And it's part of the hive mind, and they know what you're doing, and they know who you are, and they've turned you into just fucking bland, nothing, robot, zombie, whatever you want to call it. Whereas the rainbow grid, the natural, loving, light grid, is the truth of what we're about. That is the complete opposite, and that's the game, is opposites, and divide and conquer. So, so I made myself go really, really big in this vision that I had this morning of what was bothering me. Really, really big. And I could see this black net ball around my aura, around my outer limits, and it was quite large. It was like an electronic cage, an extension of the black magic grid, something like that. And as I say, I sliced it open and removed it and let it all fall away and transmute into the rainbow light, which was pretty cool. And it hasn't been bothering me since. So I know that a lot of little doors in people's minds just slam shut talking about this, but if you think about it, we live in the Father, in the Christ energy. The Christ, he came to earth, Jesus came to earth, the Son of God, embodied the Christ energy, showed us the way, the truth, and the light. You know what I mean? Light. And how to live and how to be an awesome person, And that is what we believe in. And is it that much of a stretch to say that there are unseen energies around us? Well, true. There is. We believe in them. And we were gifted with an imagination and an inner vision, and as we know, nobody's coming to save us. We are our own saviours. We've been shown the way. We've been shown the way. We choose the way. We live the way. We action the way. We're motivated by love and all we think, say and do. And we bring heaven to earth. That is the way. There is no other way, apart from sell your soul and become a zombie. And if you try and leave the planet, you'll just come back because you're being recycled, because they don't want to let their little food sources get away. So yeah, just stretch your mind a wee bit. We believe in things that we can't see. We can experience the feeling. We can see the results of these amazing things in our world, whether it's miracles or just amazing things happening. And we can also see the crap happening. So anyway, I'm sharing this because it works for me, and I don't see why it wouldn't work for you. I'm not selling myself out to the dark side. That's just not fucking gonna happen. I'm not here for that. And yeah, I mean, even prayer is sending and concentrating an energy for a certain purpose. We don't petition God to do something for us. We are talking to ourselves to allow ourselves to make the correct choices and be guided to allow these things to happen. We can allow it to happen. We can create it and allow it to happen. It's not somebody going, oh yes, you've been good, here you are, you can have this. It's not that. That's bullshit. That's the other God, because if that's happening, then we believe in punishment. And we're not being punished. That is an AI language. You know, think about the false pandemic where it was people who don't do this will be punished, you know? Yeah, that. I don't believe it's like that. It's a loving God and a loving Father. Think about how you parent children. If you're truly parenting them with love, you allow them to make mistakes. You're gently kind of guiding them and pruning them and nourishing them and nurturing them, but you're allowing them to learn and grow through their own experiences. And it's the same with the Father. He's a Father. Hello. Father, Mother, God, Creator, Prime Source, Original Creator, nothing else, you know? Excuse me. The rest is just all a big bloody overlay and an illusion and a play for your soul and to keep you off track. And yeah, so yeah, just think about it. We can help ourselves by doing these things. And I tell you, it worked this morning. And I'm starting to understand my vision. So think about it. Light is frequencies that we can see. Different colours, different frequencies. We believe and have faith in things that we cannot see. We can feel and embody them. We can open our hearts and our minds. Yeah. And clearly there's other stuff going on. Clearly there is some way that they all communicate. And I don't just mean electronics. I believe it's a hive mind. I've been clocked. Years ago I went back to a place that I've been and I was moving around and I knew that I hadn't been observed. And then all of a sudden this person was in front of me with these weird eyes looking at me, and boom, I knew I'd been observed. And then everything changed and people started turning up, like maybe that was their watches person. I don't know. But people that I didn't want to see all of a sudden went, oh, look, you know, it showed me something. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Have a beautiful day. And yeah, think about it, bringing heaven to earth. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's our job, I believe. We're going to bring it here. We are it. We're here and we're anchoring it. And it is a beautiful plasma energy frequency light that comes through us and fills our hearts and minds and environment. And it can change the world. We can change the world. And the more of us that are doing this and becoming aware of it, the better. because they're running around out there using this information and these grids and this black magic and that black magic, and you know, it's having no effect because we're still here. But you know, they've got to keep trying. Well, actually, it's pretty sad. They've got no choice. They're motivated because in their world it's us or them. Anyway, kia ora, kia kaha, take care, araha nui, which means big love all around. Have a great day.